Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Little Prince. For those of you who are on video, we are not on location.
Not anymore.
Um, no, we did sit down with Carol, who has actually joined us today, graciously, to re-record this episode. Because when I tell you the audio was trash, it was trash.
Pariah.
We could not put that out for you guys. So it is 7:55 my time PM that we are sitting down and re-recording this for
On a
you. So I hope that you
Tuesday.
enjoy on a Tuesday. Yeah. Yeah. And this will be up for tomorrow. Don't worry. I'll edit it. I'll get it up there. But before we get into today's episode, we don't have energy drinks because it's 8 p.m. But I'd like to give a shout out to Oasis Juice because that's what I'm drinking today. What are you drinking, Julia? JV. What are you drinking, JV?
I am not juice. I'm drinking a hydrocharge, which is basically just electrolytes mixed with some spoiled child's collagen, liquid collagen. So,
Ooh.
Prost.
And would you like to introduce our guest?
I would like to introduce our guest. We have the C.M. Wyllie, author of, well, soon romances, spicy romances. But Carol's a little bit of a genre hopper. But we're not going to get totally into that in today's episode because we're going to have Carol back once she releases her spicy new adult romance novel. So, Carol, C.M. Carol. Carol was with us in Vegas and graciously agreed to come back today to fix this atrocious audio on this Tuesday evening. Carol, what are you drinking?
I am drinking Breeze. Breeze.
Explain what that is for the people who do not know.
It's kind of a healthy, relaxing kind of drink. It's an alcohol alternative. So, yeah, I just, JV turned me on to it actually, and they're very tasty. And so, end of the day, it's a nice alternative. If you don't want to have an alcoholic beverage, you can have one of these, and it has some very relaxing herbal properties in it, like mushrooms and things like that. So, super
Not
healthy.
magic mushrooms, folks. It has
No.
a specific word on it, Carol, on the
Lion's
can.
mane.
It does have lion's mane, which is actually really good for your brain, but what's they have a specific word for
The description is adaptogens and
adaptogens.
botanicals in a can, and the flavor is lemon and elderflower, and it's the flow.
It's very good. It's kind of like a sparkling water. It
Yes.
tastes very
Ooh,
sparkling
I'd like
watery.
that.
I think you would enjoy it, and it actually I like it. I drink it in the morning. So,
Nice.
It's tasty.
Well, yeah. In today's episode, we're really just going to be recapping pretty much what we discussed when we sat down and three recorded. The event that brought me to Vegas in the first place to meet JV and then later on meet Carol, which was awesome, was Be Love, Spread Love in Las Vegas. And it was my first ever book convention. It was my first ever being an assistant to an author, which my name tag is hanging behind me, and it literally says assistant to JV Reese. So it was pretty much her property for a whole day. But let's
no.
talk about it for Carol from your point of view. So we were on the other side of the table. We didn't really get to walk around too much because we were running the table, but what was your experience as an attendee?
My first one too. And I went there solely to meet you guys because we met online and support each other, and it was close enough. It was close enough to go, and I thought it was cool. It was more intimate than I think some of these bigger ones that I've seen people post about. So I kind of like that because it was my first one. I liked that it was maybe a little smaller. I went to every single table and just asked the authors, "Tell me what you write. Tell me your story." And most of them loved that. And just, I mean, there were genres that maybe I wouldn't necessarily delve into that I picked up because I was intrigued by the way the author sold it to me and sold
Yeah.
themselves to me. So that was super fun. And I got so much stuff. Oh my gosh, stickers, bags, trinkets, all the things.
I
It was
know. I love that too as an author, just like going around and picking up all the little merch stuff and getting ideas of what kind of merch people have and what maybe I want to give out. And it was also really fun networking with people, chatting. And from an author's perspective, it's really good practice trying to smush your book into like a 2-sentence blurb. Because
Summarize it,
yeah,
yeah.
people will come up and they're like, "So, what are your books about?" And you're like, "Well," and I never had
Pick it
to
up and
do
read
that,
the back.
really. Yeah,
Yeah.
but read the back, but then also, like, trying to figure out what words work and what words
Or
don't.
triggering. Yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, I mean, I always market my books as a trauma romance, and I realized, like, that actually doesn't really work that well.
Mhm.
I think it people just don't know really what to do with that, or who knows what the reason is. But then I started talking about it more as like a deeply emotional, new adult story, and I think that did better. I actually sold a book to a guy,
Yeah.
which was like, whoa.
A guy with a child, he originally walked up to the table and was like, "Do you have anything for her age?" And I was like, "I don't think there's anything for her age in this entire room." But yeah, no, we talked about trauma, and I think JV was kind of like, because he didn't, not to say he didn't speak good English, he had an accent, and, having a hard time kind of communicating and talking to him, and then he was like, "Oh, I like trauma," and we're like, "Oh, well, we've got the book for you then,"
Got
and
that.
yeah, yeah, and he actually turned around and he's like, is it like them going through stages of trauma together and, like, healing together?" I'm like, "Literally exactly what you're saying," and he picked it up and bought it, and I think we were both like, "Did that just happen?"
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as fun as the actual Be Love Spread Love was, which it was, I like that it was a smaller kind of event. The best part was meeting you guys in person. Like, that's insane. And I was just telling Tyler today. I mean, we saw each other literally yesterday, but it feels like I haven't seen you in months. Like the whole last 5 days was a dream or not real or I
That's
don't know.
exactly how I feel. Being home now, it feels like it happened to someone else. Like everything happened to like it's just something that is either a figment of my imagination or like what is the psychology behind that? Where you just like had such a good time meeting new people and experiencing new things that your brain doesn't like hold on to it. It's like, nope, never happened.
Yeah, it's
Shut it
weird.
away.
Do you feel how do you feel? My dog is staring at me through the window and it's creepy as fuck. Um, he's a big black German shepherd and I'm like, "Sir,
Well, you
Carol."
animals,
He's
they're
just
like,
standing
"Hey,
and
what are you doing,
I
lady?
s-
We
I
need your
see
attention."
like this black mass out of my periphery and it's low key freaking me out a little bit. Anyway, my I think it's like my primal old instinctive like there's a black figure like you
Mhm.
know what I mean? Anyways, Carol, do you feel similarly or are you just like, no, you bitches be cray?
No, no, God, are you kidding me? I loved every minute of it. And we must have said, like, this was the tagline of the weekend. Like, we did the thing we tell our children not to do. We
Yeah.
flew to a different city and we met strangers in person that we met on the internet.
Yeah.
Yep,
This time, I mean, you guys know, I cried. Tyler has it on video. She has proof.
I do.
I
I
got a
do.
little emotional when I first met you. And can we just say, for the record, that we all do it, but could we not scrunch our faces up so much when we're so happy? Because I
I
The eyes
know.
disappear.
my video of Tyler or that has of me is like, "Ah." It's just not fine though. It's fine.
It's true emotion, I think, like,
It's the best.
it's so strange how it just feels like it didn't happen, but it did. There's proof. It's online.
It was incredible. Like
And the
because
internet doesn't lie.
one of the things that I actually talk about with a lot of book besties is that and this is not taking away from anybody in my real life because I have solid support. I have the epitome of a green flag for a husband, luckily, right? And I have
Bougie
women in
boy.
Bougie boy.
boy.
Bougie. Shout out
Um,
to Bougie.
He loves that, by the way. He'll say he doesn't, but he does. Um, yeah, no, I mean, I have women in my life that make me feel seen and loved and all the things, right? But this author journey and even this kind of like book world, unless you're in it, you don't really get it. So to be with like-minded people who totally get it, who like because we're all champing at the bit for Tyler to finish the last 100
I
pages.
know.
It's like that meme where it's like, I met a new guy, I'm dating him. Oh, good for you. Hey, I just got this new book. Oh my God, I'm so excited for this journey you're about to take. Like we all flip our shit about books and stories and all the things. And so it's just, yeah, we were with our tribe. That was what was cool. For me, that was the cool.
Yeah.
Would you say that was
And
your
honestly,
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
No, you go
No, go
ahead.
ahead. No, yeah, go ahead. Nah, I lost it. I don't remember. Okay, you go. I don't remember what I was gonna
I
say.
may have forgotten what I was gonna say too. Um, so
About
so if you had to pick like one favorite thing from the whole trip, what
Trip.
would it be? One, only one. What would it be? I put you on the spot.
Got mine.
What is it?
I've got mine too, but it's not what you think it is.
Okay,
What are we
Carol, what's yours?
personally going for who goes first? I mean, who's gonna
No,
spit
Carol,
it?
you go.
You go, Carol.
It was the unhinged podcast that'll never see the light of day.
Good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very unhinged. I'm surprised we didn't have people like banging down our doors to tell us to shut up.
We were wearing matching pajamas, and
I know,
we
it's
would
so
be
cute.
wearing matching pajamas now if mine weren't literally in the washer.
Mine are in the wash too, because that's what you do when you get back from a trip. You wash your
Yeah.
dirty clothes.
I mean, they may still be sitting in the washer from when I got home yesterday because I haven't switched the laundry to the dryer and probably won't for the next 14 days until stuff grows mold and then I have to rewash it. But it's in the wash.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but that
Okay,
was
you
a
go.
good episode. Honestly, so it's not even book related. It's that Tyler made me try new foods at my favorite restaurant in the whole and I actually really enjoyed it because I'm not like a when I have a favorite dish at a restaurant, that is my go-to. I don't I don't because why would you try something new? You already know you're going to love it. Why would you ruin the experience, especially if it's a place you don't get to go to all the time, right?
Mhm.
But Tyler was like, "Let's try this, this, and this." And I was like, "Oh, this is," and actually, I feel so grown up trying new foods, not like a toddler, you know? It was my favorite. Weird, right?
I'm a creature of habit too when it comes to food, so I think that that's cool that you tried a bunch of new stuff.
Yeah, and it was good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that, it's funny because that that actually transpired or, like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a T word, but I'm very much the same. I'm the, like, eat the same thing every single time I go to a restaurant, and we went out for dinner last night at one of the typical restaurants that we go to, and I got something completely different that I would never get, and it was delicious. So, I was very like, I was like, "I think this is my new thing. I think I'm just gonna try different things." And it'll probably only last like a month, and then I'll be like, "No, no, 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 I need to go back to my safe place." But I'm feeling adventurous right now. I got like a pesto balsamic goat cheese pizza.
Well, that actually
It was
sounds really
really
good.
good.
I love goat
It was
cheese.
really good. Yeah.
I mean, it's
I normally get calamari, so
not surprised you're feeling adventurous. I mean, you kinda did a big thing. This was your first time flying
Yeah,
alone
yes.
to a
mhm,
different country. You left your
mhm,
people behind.
mhm, I cried all the way through baggage claim, all the way through security until I got to my gate.
I know
It
you
was
told me when I
embarrassing.
picked you up, you were like, I told Devin, like, I don't wanna do this anymore."
I literally was standing at the gate because it's like I think it's kind of, it's more emotional than in the US. Because the US, you have, like, a big line that you're going through, so you're just, like you can see them, they can literally, like, walk the line with you almost. In Calgary, you get dropped off at, like, a door, and you go through the door, and then you go into a line, so you literally can't see them anymore. So as soon as I crossed that threshold, like, it was so weird because I wasn't sad at all. Like, literally not even an ounce of sadness. I was having such a good time. We were talking the whole way. As soon as I saw security, this massive wave came over me and I started crying. And it was just like I looked at him and then he handed me Daniel and I was like, "I don't wanna go anymore. I wanna stay here with you guys." And, like, I'm not a pretty crier. I'm a very ugly crier.
So am I.
So that carried me all the way through. The lady at, the TSA or whatever, our version of it was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I just left my son and my husband to go on a book convention trip." She's
And
like, "You're
she's
gonna
like,
have
"Oh
so much
my god."
fun." Yeah, she was super nice. Okay, so I would have to say that my favorite if I had to choose one favorite thing, it was the chocolate salty balls. Those were delicious.
Chocolate salty balls.
Yeah, the lava balls. Din Tai Fung, the
Oh!
dessert.
I was like, "Wait, what did I miss?" Yeah,
One thing we
the
need, Daniel.
ch the chocolate and
Yeah.
mochi xiaolongbao with the sea salt cream.
Oh,
Your
yeah, chocolate salty
face, I
balls.
need to post that, Carol. I took a video of her eating. No, I did post them.
You
Her
did.
You
face
did
goes through
post
the
it.
gamut of all the emotions. It's like, I
It's why
mean, it was just like,
Tyler.
"Ew, wait a minute. Oh, shit, this is the best stuff I've ever put in my mouth." It's so
It's
I
why
awesome.
like how
Tyler's so
oh my
in
god.
the 100 pages is because she's so expressive. I'm sorry.
No, no, no.
It's because there's a delay.
Yeah, no, no, that's totally fine. I was just gonna say I like how JB did the reenactment silently. So anybody on video can watch, but anybody who's listening just hears dead silence. And then she did it again with noises.
Well, it's because, like, you didn't make any sounds. It was
I
literally
didn't.
your face was a book. Like, you
Yeah.
had a whole character arc trying the chocolate and mochi xiaolongbaos.
I had a
It is
very
for him.
specific idea of what it was, and it was so not what I thought it was. Because I thought it was like chocolate truffle, like wrapped in a wonton. And it was literally chocolate lava amazingness wrapped in a wonton.
Liquid warm
So,
chocolate in like a
yeah, it was really good, but I wasn't expecting it to, like, pop in my mouth, and, like, I have an aversion to that stuff, like, don't like cherry tomatoes because they do the exact same thing.
yeah, I don't know.
So when it, like, popped in my mouth, I was like, "Oh," and then I was like, "Oh, wait, no. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's so good."
That was literally it. Yep, it's perfect.
The food was I think the food obviously, like, meeting you guys and all that stuff, but, like, that's like a one and done. You know, you meet each other and then you're like a tribe and you're, like, hanging out with each other. I think it was the food that just kept, like, impressing even though literally we ate Chipotle 4 days in a row.
4 days. Folks, we were there
It
for
was
5 days.
delicious.
We had Chipotle 4 of those days.
We're creatures of habit. It was so
Well,
good,
but
except for
also,
the
like,
one time.
it's so expensive. Now we're spending half an hour talking about food, but
Yeah,
we looked at, like, room service one night, and there was, like, a basic spaghetti and meatball dish, like, $34. Are you insane? Absolutely fucking not, Las Vegas. No, we're going
yeah,
to Chipotle for our $10 whatever, extra guac, $3, fine, load me up, God damn it.
yeah,
Like, I'm not
yeah.
doing that.
Well, even
Spaghetti!
the last dinner that we had, Canadian conversion was $359,
Worth it.
which is crazy.
Worth it.
Ah!
Worth it.
It was very good. We
We ate
didn't
so
it
much.
was so stupid. We literally were up until, like, 2:30 in the morning.
I haven't
We
been up to 2:41 is when I said I'm going to
Oh,
sleep. I haven't been up until 2:41. Fuck, I don't know, a decade? I didn't even know I could still do that. And I was
yeah, me
fine the
neither.
next day. I still woke up at 6:30 or some nonsense.
I
So
know,
weird.
and it was a day I flew out, so I was like, "Why couldn't I be up till 2:41 on a day where I don't have to fucking do anything the next day?"
Yup. Yup.
But enough about us. Carol, what did you get up to while you were in Vegas?
Well, I got to take my husband. So, and he, like you, Tyler, he's my comfort zone, right? So I don't really like to travel without him. And, because he could keep himself occupied while I was at the bookish stuff, it was a win-win. So I got to travel to and from with
Perfect.
my person and
Yeah.
then, and then go do all the bookish things with you guys and then, still kind of reconnect with him.
Hang
So,
out with him.
He was so sweet. We met him for, like, 14 seconds, but he was, like, the nicest guy.
So
he
sweet.
He
I
really
don't
is
know.
the nicest guy. I mean, there's a reason that we like trauma romance, for lack of a better word. If you rebrand that, you let us know. But in the meantime, it's because we've been through some shit. And so this guy, I'm telling you, this is proof that somebody up there loves me and wants me to be happy because he's fucking amazing. He's
That's
my
how I feel
favorite.
about my hubs. Yeah, I think we're very lucky. We've had most people we've talked to who've talked to us about their husbands they're like green flags. They married green flags. So that's
Mhm.
awesome. What's your favorite merch that you snagged from Be Love Spread Love or yeah, Be Love Spread Love?
I'm a weirdly, loyal girl, so I'm just gonna say that it's all my random cat shit. I said cat shit, and I didn't mean cat shit.
Cat shit.
Cat shit. It's so funny because Ty and I were talking and we give we started talking about them as rat and can just
Yeah, I kept
accidentally.
saying rat and can.
Rat and can. It happens all the time.
Yeah, so, I have the cutest
The
stuff.
bookish
Oh, look
merch.
at I even got some podcast
Some
stickers.
little Prince
Oh,
stickers.
my book
Around.
boyfriend. If you guys,
Yeah, he hot.
for anybody who hasn't found this book boyfriend yet, you're welcome. More talk
Talk wordy
wordy.
to me.
And I am a punny girl, so this one is probably my favorite. Uh,
Mhm.
yeah.
My husband even likes them. I gave him a couple to put in his garage, and he's like,
Mm.
"These are so cool." I was like,
And
"Thanks."
They're such good
and
quality too.
right there are
Beautiful.
my old and new Halfway Broken series by yours truly. I got my new ones signed. My old ones I will probably gift to somebody. Haven't decided where those are going to live yet. But in the middle of the book event, my daughter calls me and
Maddie! Shout out.
shout out.
Hi, Maddie.
And Maddie said, "Are you having fun? What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm just hanging out with Tyler and JV." She's like, and told her I got book signed. She's like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, can I have book signed? Could you get me some?" And she goes, "I'm almost done with Edge of Unbroken." And I'm like, "Okay, sure." But she's reading them on her Kindle. And so I ran over, bought two more. Those are sitting in there. Oh, hold up, hold up.
Shelf trophies.
Those are sitting in their cute little bag,
The
waiting until I go
totes.
visit her and bring her signed books.
And
Kara,
all her merch and all her
all the
stickers and all her
merch.
things.
The
Yeah.
tote, that was a disaster. Because I had
A little behind the scenes.
that is BTS because I had different totes printed, black totes, and
Do you
then
have them?
I have them. I can run and get one.
Oh,
Hold on. Hold up.
the difference between the 2. She's exiting the scene for a second.
Okay, there was tote drama? I didn't know.
Tote totally tote drama. It was she had that design and she got it done by Vistaprint, and they showed up, I think it was 5 days before we left. And she was, like, in tears. She's like, "These are so bad."
Hmm.
And I was like, "Maybe this is fate. Maybe we're not supposed to bring totes." And she's like, "No, fuck that." And
Okay, I'm
then I'll
back. I'm
let her
back.
finish the rest of the story, but she has returned.
Vistaprint fucked up an order of mine
Okay.
before.
Okay. So, Carol, you obviously know what your tote looks like,
Mhm.
right?
I do. Yeah.
Look how bad this turned out. Like, I
There's literally
was
holes in his eyes.
I I was so upset. And I was like, I messaged Tyler because she and I were going back and forth about totes and like merch and stuff. And I was like, ooh, look at these. I just ordered these and da 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 da. Ordered like 150, cost me like 600 something dollars. And then I was so excited. I was like, guess what arrived? The totes. And I opened the damn
5 days
box.
before we left.
Yes.
It was, like, 5 days before we left.
I opened the damn box and I was like, this is atrocious. This is unacceptable. Like, what am I going to do? We went back and forth. It's like, okay, maybe I'll try it again. Different kind of tote, but it cost me $600. They're never going to get here in time, blah, blah, blah. The being who she is was like trying to talk me off the ledge. And so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna, do you think I should just try a different kind of tote, like something light, maybe, blah, blah, blah. And so I ended up doing that. I got in contact with the printer and was like, this is unacceptable. Sent them pictures and they're like, okay, no problem. Like, keep the old totes. We're gonna refund you the money." Um, and then I was
Good.
like, I told Tyler, I'm just gonna reorder them, and whatever happens, happens, because it gave me a delivery date between August 18th, which obviously was 2 days before I was gonna leave for Vegas, and August 22nd, which was 2 days after I had arrived in Vegas. So I told Tyler, like, it's in the universe's hands. If they arrive, then it's meant to be, and if they don't, it's also meant to be. And they got there, like, soon,
3
quick.
days. Like, yeah, it was so fast. You're like, "The totes are here." I'm like, "What do you mean?
Yeah.
You just ordered those, like, 2
They
days
must have
ago."
Yes.
crushed them because they messed up. That would
Yeah,
be
I think they
yeah.
did. I think they did.
But even, like, delivery to the house, like, like, doing the actual pressing and shipping it out and having it be delivered, like, within, like, 2 days, like,
Yeah.
that was
When
crazy.
usually, like, my merch takes weeks to arrive.
Yeah.
Weeks, weeks. But they,
Mm.
like, it got
I
here,
am
and
thrilled to
And the
though, that they made good on their error because they've messed something of mine before, and they were very gracious about it and really just hopped on it to get it fixed for me, so
yeah,
that's good.
very pleased. And Ty,
Yeah.
you're wearing the necklace that you got at the convention.
Yeah, so I don't know if you knew this. I think this might have happened, after we did the podcast, but you know how you got the little jewelry thing in your thing for the VIP for Be Love Spread Love? There was this little necklace in mine and it says mother. And I was like, "Oh my god, is you guys can't really see it, but I was just like and I've been wearing it ever since, and I haven't broken out, and it hasn't turned my neck green, which I personally am allergic to anything that's not real gold or silver.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what's in this, but it was free in my little tote, and yeah, now it's just my necklace I wear.
Is that your favorite merch that you got at the convention?
No, my slippers.
What an amazing segue. Hey, shall we do the giveaway?
We shall.
All right. So we actually okay, so next to my
try this at home.
table
She's professional.
was like the best table. It was a bookish merch table, which of course I had allotted myself book money because I wanted to support the indies. And I spent 90% of that at the table next to me before
In
the
the first
convention
15
even
minutes.
started. Um,
Yeah.
we bought pajamas and bookish slippers. Yes, MDQ
Mhm.
Supply. So shout out to MDQ Supply. And
Yes.
they, at the end of the convention, she walked over to me and she's like, "Hey," because we had talked to her about the podcast, and she's like, "Hey, do you guys do giveaways?" I was like, "Yeah, we do giveaways." And she handed me a pair of bookish slippers, which we are now giving away. And we've already hinted, and sorry about the crinkle paper. It's like ASMR. So sorry for my light. It like reflects, but oh, I'm gonna take these out. Okay. So here are the bookish slippers.
They're
They're
so cute.
black, fuzzy book slippers, and we are giving them away. And we're gonna make it really easy. So anyone who listens to this episode and wants to win or be entered for a chance to win these bookish slippers, just pop a die in the comment section and we're gonna draw the winner next weekend. Not this weekend,
Yeah.
next weekend. So,
Yes.
book or slippers book folks. Just
Yes.
put a die in the
Mm.
comment section. Yay!
She had the cutest pajamas, like, we all that's the pajamas we were wearing in our original recording. They're so soft, and it actually worked out really well for her selling-wise because that convention hall was fucking freezing. It was so cold. We're in Vegas. It's 43 degrees outside, which I guess you guys don't know what that means, but that's like 104 Fahrenheit,
More.
I
Like
think.
111 or something. It was crazy
Sure,
hot.
whatever.
It was
Crazy
stupid.
hot.
It was crazy hot, and everybody was in jeans and a hoodie, and some people were wearing blankets down in the convention hall. It was so cold. So she had very cute pajamas that were like a full length, like crew. She blew through those so fast. And all of her stuff was so cute. We all bought a pair of the pajamas. We all got slippers. She had very cute Kindle cases and cases and stuff like that. And she just like knocked it out of the park, which was great. And then she had a friend who was beside her. They were sharing a table. I can't quite remember what her thing
Bellbound
was called.
finds.
Spellbound Finds, yes, and she did, like, really cool, super almost, like, has no weight earrings. They're made with, like, fabric, which were super cool. Those were I think were dye pressed earrings, and that was really unique and stuff. It was just really cool to see, like, so many different things, like, definitely vendors and so many authors. I think maybe there was, like, 25 authors? Something like that. It was very small, very intimate. And then there was another, vendor called XOXO Book Boutique
An indie bookstore.
and indie bookstore that we actually checked out on the Sunday before we headed out and got suckered into JB's like, "We're in the hotel," and this is a little BTS as well. "Ty, I'm bringing $50 cash." I'm like, "Okay." She's like, "I'm leaving my credit cards at home." I'm like, "Okay, do you have your debit card? Just in case something happens." And she's like, "Yeah, I have my debit card." She's like, "You gotta keep me in that in that budget." She's like, "I don't even wanna spend 50, $20." I was like, "Okay, no problem." We walk into we walk into the store,
Did
and
she
it was
spend
so
$50?
cute. You spent $150.
$150 people.
She went a little bit over budget, and I kept telling her, like, do you want me to, like, be that person to be like, "You don't need this, you don't need this," but I also spent money. I got this really cute shirt. JB actually has a matching one. It says, "I'm booked for the summer," has a very, like, cute design on it. For those of you who are on audio, it's just a blue shirt with, like, um, yellow vinyl that says, "I'm booked for the summer," and there's a girl laying on the beach with a beach umbrella. And it was super cute, and it was on clearance, and then I walked away with, like, 3 or 4 bookmarks as well, and we got matching keychains, which we made, but mine's in the living room on my purse. It's ridiculous. We stopped ourselves from getting matching tattoos. I think that we would
Barely.
have gone the extra mile. Yeah, barely.
Barely. Carol, you were gonna say something. I
Yes.
saw you.
I was undiagnosed. I don't know. It Mhm.
So I made Tyler, because she was property of the day of the book convention, I made her walk over to one of the art that some of these vendors get commissioned, and Carol and I, we keep going back and forth on illustrators because sometimes it can be a real challenge. And I know Carol, I just started. Did I just trigger your PTSD? A little bit. Yeah, sorry about that. But there was an author who had NSFW art, which I love NSFW art. I
Very NSFW. The whole convention had a
A
lot
lot
of
of that.
teens and
I can't
yeah.
NSFW art, like, I can get a little bit spicy in my art, but it's not the focus on my books at all, at all. Like, it's open door everything, but that is definitely not the point. So I don't have
Yeah.
NSFW, like true NSFW art for my books. But I had to get a copy of this, and I'm gonna try and censor it a little bit. And I made Tyler go over to the table, and just watching her, like, that was probably my second favorite thing of the whole trip. So I'm gonna show it to you. See how beautiful that is? I wish I could show it all to you, but I know it's gonna be like on Spotify and Apple and YouTube, and we might get kicked off
Yeah.
if I do that.
Use your imagination.
Use your NSFW imagination.
Yeah. For those of you who are on audio, I'm gonna try and describe what JB was just holding up. It was a man who had no clothes on, in a
Do you need
seated position on his knees, with a girl on top of him with also no clothes on, and also a seated position on her feet.
Definitely a
And
reverse cowgirl-ish?
could have just said that. Could have just said,
That's alright, Ty. That's why you got me.
please never, please, if I ever say I'm going to describe NSFW for audio users, please just tell me not to. Oh, that's gonna be a magic clip.
That's awesome.
Carol, how are the illustrations going? Were you ever
Um, it's rough. It's just rough because I just can't like so I got a female piece of art that I love that very much represents how I see my female main character. The male main character, I can't I'm not really getting the essence of him in what I'm getting. It's not that the person's not talented. undeniably talented, and I'm not an artist. So the fact that they can even do these things, I mean, more power to them. I just like this right here. I know is super simple. This is yours, JV. And for those of you who can't see it, it's just a couple in the water and he is holding her under her hips, under her butt, and her legs are wrapped around him. It is not, it's totally suitable for work. It's not
Mhm.
R-rated or anything. It's just an embrace. It's very sweet. It's very intimate. It's very swoony, and am fucking here for it. And I would just love to have something like that with my characters. And it seems to be a tall order. And if I do find somebody, they're booked out months and months and months, or they're not even taking commissions. So finding those artists is super tough. And if I find one where we're clicking and connecting, I might kidnap her and keep her in a closet somewhere. It's just for me.
My
I'm just
recommendation
was just kidding, okay? Let's just be clear, I was kidding.
Kidding. My recommendation is definitely like booking them out now. Because the commissions always take forever. And I also would say that if you find someone whose art you like just get something commissioned now, even though your book will release before, you can always use it later. You can always use it for merch later.
Mhm.
I know you're gonna have a book 2 and book 3 in this series. You could use it for that. And yeah, just I know it's hard. I've definitely been burned before, and then I found some really good illustrators. But if there's a good illustrator out there who's listening to this episode and who also is very good at males, because for some reason I find that a lot of them are amazing at females, and then I don't know what it is with the males. They don't quite hit. But if there's somebody who, wants to shoot their shot with Carol, hit her up. Carol, it's CM Wiley author.
Yeah.
Okay, and Wiley is Wyllie.
Yes, and
So
I'm a hype girl, especially for people who are in any kind of artist capacity. So I just wanna be clear that I find, m the artists that I've used in the past extremely talented. Again, I think it's like what you said, JV, like, maybe they're good at a certain type of art, and they're just missing the beat a little bit on the male and how I picture him, and that's tough.
yes,
It's really
that
tough
is
sometimes to
that's a big
convey.
problem, right? Because we see them a certain way in our head, which definitely makes it tough for the artist because they're like, "How describe them?" And I'm like, "Well, why don't you come into my head and see them? Because I can describe all day long that Ronan has dark blonde hair and green eyes and is a lefty and he's just hot, but that does not that could be a range of guys, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
I
getting
think
that,
that also it's because and just from a reader's point of view, that there's always on those types of books, there's always a regular man on the cover, right? So, like, there you don't really ever see females on the cover of like actual models on the covers of those books. It's always the males, right? So, and I feel like I can relate to the fact that sometimes I'll see a book and I'll be like, wow, that girl is done really well. And I'm like, what is up with this guy? Like I get nothing from him, you know? And sometimes it's the eyes, sometimes it's just like, there's just something off about them. But I think a lot of it has to do with a lot of people just do models like, a lot of the time, just to have them like, the amount of models that were on books in Be Love, Spread Love, for example.
Yeah.
lot
Almost
of
every table.
yeah, which is actually surprising because I went to a different book convention last year and a lot of authors did, which is also kind of what I'm doing now with the Halfway Broken series, is you have a discrete cover and a non-discrete cover. So the non-discrete is obviously with people on the cover, and mine are cut off at the eyes, which I like. But then the discrete cover is no people at all because people have preferences, and some people live
Mhm.
for the people on the cover, and others are like, I don't want any people on my covers because I want to be able to picture them however I want to picture them. So yeah, and as an author, like you are so intimately familiar with the characters you write that I think that for an illustrator, it's just a tall order. And I think it also comes with like just getting to a point where you're like, okay, good enough is good enough, right? And being
Yes.
like, they're gonna get the idea, and and I just got to be happy with because it's never gonna be perfect because
Yeah,
people
I did.
aren't real.
Yeah.
The hell you said?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry. I did not hear that. I am not trying to hear that, JB. They are real.
Sorry. Sorry to
Sorry.
tell you that Ronan is a figment of my imagination.
He exists out there
He exists in my
somewhere.
head. Oh, he's very vividly in my head. They all are.
Yeah.
Shane, threesomes, foursomes, all of them at the same time.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
That's
purple
a
elephant.
busy. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh my
it's
goodness.
it's tough. I'm sorry, Carol. I we share the frustration
Yeah.
and the formatting.
She did. I do have a male that's good enough. Like, let's just, but again, it was just this thing where he just looks a little hard. And I didn't know how to convey, yeah, okay, he's muscly, obviously this guy's a personal trainer, kickboxer, so he's pretty jacked, but he's also only a 21-year-old. He's not like a 30-year-old man who's like, well, he needed to look more slender. His face was just a little too hard. And I'm like, he's so cute though. You don't understand. He's a beautiful specimen of a human being, and I didn't know how to say that. And so anyway, it's just
I wonder, could you relate him to an actor? Like
She
Tom
tried.
Holland?
I
She
did try.
tried. She
I
did
said
actually send
Okay.
real pictures to the illustrator.
it's hard. I don't know, but the girl is just I wish I had
Oh,
her near
she's
me
so
to
cute.
really.
Are you okay with me pulling up a picture? Is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
okay with
In
you?
fact, I probably could have done that, huh? Yeah, that was smart. Um,
Yeah. I have her
And we'll
here
dive
somewhere.
more into her books
We
and stories and
definitely will.
upcoming stuff
yeah.
in November because we're having her back for sure. We just wanted to, I
This
mean, this
is
is going to be
not
a
a
lot
picture
more
of the
fun in person. Oh my,
found a picture of the that I took up on the convention of gray sweatband cookies, and that is as detailed as I'm gonna go for the listeners only. But if y'all,
come on. I had to describe
there she
This
NSFW.
is my
is.
she's so cute.
She is very
Oh, she's so
cute.
cute.
Very, very cute.
She's so cute. Yeah. My
For those of you who are on audio, just go to
my
YouTube
guy on the
so that we could show you. Oh, I don't like that. I totally get what you're
it's
saying.
just
Yeah, he just looks.
they don't really go together. I don't know. She's so sweet and cute, and he's just kind of I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I agree.
There she is.
Yeah. She's
She
perfect.
is perfect. She's so cute.
I love her.
So
Love
cute.
her.
Yeah, she turned out perfect.
I just need a
But
guy.
the guys are tough a lot of the time for illustrators. But hey, at least it's not as bad as the one thing I sent you that one time. Remember, Carol? Ty, I need to show you sometime, but that's a topic for another year. Day.
Yeah.
For
Podcast
another
episode.
year.
Another
Okay,
another
I'll talk to you
decade.
2026. All right.
Do we need to wrap
Do
it
we
up?
have Yeah, yeah, let's wrap it up. Yeah. Honestly, it was so much fun. I can't believe that I hopped a plane, go to another country to meet two incredible people,
It was so
and I'm
fun.
very glad that I did it. And before we go, wanted to give a shout out, obviously, to JV and her books because you're the whole reason why I was even in Vegas. So, if you guys have not read Tiny Fractures, it is the book one in the Halfway Broken series. It will tear your heart out and repair it back together
Eventually.
in the best way
Not
possible.
right away.
We actually not right away, but it's just an amazing story. We spent all of Sunday pretty much remaking her banner
I saw you were gonna say something.
for yeah, go ahead.
Say it
Okay.
before
I
it
just
leaves.
I just have to say this because they were talking about Tyler reading the last 100 pages and recording herself doing that. And then they specifically mentioned that she did it for Tiny Fractures and Edge of Unbroken. So that was the first day I met them. And then, yeah, met them. I was going to say met her, but both of you. Anyway, I'm back in my room that night, literally stalking their socials, trying to find this because they've known each other for a year. And I found it, finally found Tyler doing that for Tiny Fractures. And I need to tell, I have goosebumps. I wish you guys could see this. I cried watching her read the book because it took me back. Like I got to experience Tiny Fractures again for the first time. And so, I mean, I'm just telling you guys, yes, I love JV. Yes, I'm a hype girl. Yes, I love Tyler. I'm a hype girl for the podcast or for JV's books. But I'm also just a lover of stories. If you haven't read this book, what are you even doing? Like, I say it all the time. I was blown away that it was her debut. It is a strong ass debut of a book. Well,
Strong ass
well,
debut.
damn.
Yep. That should be tattooed on you. Um
Wrong ass debut. You guys, I have such
we
a hard
came
time
up
with the compliments, but keep going. Also, here, tiny fracture.
yeah. Yeah. She's got tiny fractures on her shirt. Um we are going to be sitting down with JV coming up here in October, and this is a little bit of a spoiler for you guys, but we're going to be doing a tell all episode, which means we're going to be sitting down with JV, and it is going to be a spoiler episode. We are going to be talking about all of Tiny Fractures, all of Edge of Unbroken. You guys send us your questions, and she will do her best to answer them. So before that gets rolling, you need to read it. They're chonky books. It's worth every second of it. I know some people write chonky books and halfway through you're like, you're just filling pages. Not the case with Tiny Fractures and Edge of Unbroken. I'm not even done Edge of Unbroken, and I already cried yesterday in an airport reading it. So that's fun. Um,
You're
crying
welcome.
in public places. Yeah, it is deeply emotional, traumatic is a word that you would have to use to describe some of the stuff
In
that
a good
goes
way.
in there, but she
Good
makes
Trump.
good is there such a thing? But no, it you feel everything. You feel all the love, all of the emotion, all of the tragicness, all of the hate, all of just everything, and it comes full circle because we spent all of Sunday redoing your banner
We did.
for your next conventions, and we came up, I don't know if you want to talk about it or if you want to say anything about it, but we came up with a catchphrase for GV, and it perfectly encompasses her as an author.
Yeah.
And
Bill,
it's up to you if you want to say it. If we could say it here and I can edit it out. But it just like it hit. It we were both like,
That's it. Yeah,
that's
we
it.
were going through because there was a lot of Tyler noticed at the convention, Carol, that there were a lot of red and black, right? Which is totally like makes sense.
it's that dark
Um, it's the
color.
dark romance, and my banner was red and black. Not necessarily, I don't write dark romance, but because I thought, well, trauma, and the poppy is actually the August birth flower, which is cat's birth flower, which blah 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 blah. But then Tyler was like, we should, you need something that pops, that draws the eye. So we redid the banner simultaneously. You were also working on your banner, Carol.
Yes, yeah.
Hmm.
And we were trying to figure out what we're going to put in like the empty dead space. And then we were like, how about a tagline? So we played around with taglines. And ultimately, we just decided on feel it all. And that's it. Yeah. So it just says
Hmm.
JV Rees, feel it all.
Yeah, I love it.
And you feel everything. You can't not feel
It's
everything.
really perfect. It
Like,
really is.
yeah,
It
yeah,
works.
it encompasses.
Do you guys remember when the person stopped by the table and they were asking you about your books? And I said the thing, I'm like, it gets compared to like Tome and Boys or whatever. And I go, what about Noah Riley? That's one of the more famous like green flag book boyfriends. And I'm like, and she was like, oh yeah, Noah Riley. And I'm like, that guy's got nothing on her guy. And then I'm like, I fucking said what I said. And everybody just started laughing.
She's like, I said what I said. Walked away.
He is a good
You
guy.
keep saying that. I have not read that book.
Oh,
So
say you swear. Go ahead. But
I
now it's
swear.
ruined. I mean, he's good. He was probably my number one until Ronan came on the
Mm,
scene.
yeah, Ronan is pretty incredible. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to do that little plug because, like, I mean, that's the only reason why I was in Vegas was, well, one, to see you, but also take part in your first convention and be there as a support person and run and go get you $5 bills and NSFW prints.
NSFW art.
That was my job.
I'm so glad you guys were there. I was really nervous because I first time and just I don't know, Carol, about you, but I definitely deal with imposter syndrome. And I was like, nobody. And then Tyler and I randomly were like, well, I was like, hey Ty, what do you want to come to Vegas? And it's like, it just kind of happened. And I'm so glad you guys were there because definitely took the edge off. And it was just about like having fun and hanging out with
Hmm.
really, really good friends and good people. It wasn't even the trip wasn't even about that convention for me anymore. The convention was such a small part of it. It was everything else, everything that I may have looked at flights to Calgary today.
Yeah, I got to talk to Devin. He doesn't even know. His boss booked everything. So I'll let you know when I know. But
Yep.
um Yeah, no, it was definitely an experience, and who knows, maybe we'll see you in Chicago
I hope you
for
do.
next
I
year.
just sent you the dates, Carol.
I
Romance in
know.
Chicago is October 23rd and 24th of next year, so be there or be square, I guess. We're gonna see
A whole
Mama D.
series by then, God willing. So
You Yeah,
Yeah.
you should apply to attend as a signing author. You know who else is going to be there, Ty? Kay, oh my God, KM Ringer. She was the one of the ladies on our table at lunch. She had, I think, her daughter. Yeah,
Oh,
I just saw her today on
yes.
the. Yeah, I'm like, that's crazy.
Cool. She was, like, a couple of tables away from us, but,
She was
like,
on the other
a couple
side.
of
Yeah,
rows
yeah, yeah,
back.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Cool, that's awesome.
have to send me the info on Chicago then, because I'll
Yes,
Mhm.
look it up.
yes. I will definitely do that.
Guess what?
Definitely.
Bougie
What?
Boy go because his best friend since he was 2 years old lives in Chicago.
Perfect. Bougie
Fantastic.
boy can come.
Bougie boy!
Bougie boy! Shout out.
No one will ever know what that means, and that's even more perfect. Alright, I gotta jump off. I have to go put my son to bed and edit
I have
this
to put
podcast
myself
so
to
that you
bed
guys can listen to it at 5 AM tomorrow
in
morning,
T minus,
because this is in real
what is this,
time.
9 hours? 9 hours and 15 minutes?
It's 9 PM here,
Is
so
it 5 a.m. your time that you posted? Mountain? Oh, okay. That's in 8 hours and 15 minutes.
just lost an hour just like that. Yep. I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. We know that it really didn't have a direction. Do any of our podcast episodes really have direction? But we wanted to actually give you something that you guys could tangibly listen to because, like I said, that audio was so bad. Um, I think we pretty much hit everything we talked about on Saturday, anyways. Yeah.
Except I didn't get to say engorged meat flaps.
Oh my
We
God.
we could have gone a whole episode. We almost went a whole episode without that shit.
Could not let you guys get away without hearing it.
That was a conversation
We
about
at least,
terms in books for parts that nobody wants to hear, that
yeah.
You're
nobody ever
welcome.
needs to
No.
hear. Yeah, that would be
Yeah, yeah, and it's funny because at least it's only 1 in this episode. Because I swear it was, like, 6 times in the last one. Everyone was delirious and high off Starbucks because we were all drinking
At
caffeinated
like
drinks
10
at, like,
p.m.
9 PM. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I can
Oh,
squeeze
thank
them
you
in
for
real quick.
stop it.
no, you're mute JV, I have the ability now. No, I just want to say thank you so much to Carol for being so flexible and being able to hop on with us
Yes,
tonight
thank
and
you.
talking with us
Thanks for
because,
letting me be part
oh, if
of
it
this.
wasn't for you, yeah, no, if it wasn't for you, there wouldn't be an episode. I'd be like, sorry guys, just kidding, the episode sucks. Um, so so yeah, I really appreciate you taking the time to sit down with us again. And you as well, JV. I know you're a busy mama.
So are you.
So
Um,
yeah.
so again, folks, we will get the chance to talk with Carol here in a few weeks about her debut romance, which is Waiting Forever, which is available for pre-order now. So definitely check that out. And just to give a little self plug, check out Tiny Fractures and Edge of Unbroken. And book 3 in the series, Not Another Yesterday, also releases in October, which is also available for pre order. And Tyler is working on all kinds of bookish businesses. So stay tuned on that stuff.
Keep an eye out for Stuck on
Stuck on
Stories.
stories.
Mhm. Alright, well, I guess we'll say goodbye.
That's it.
Love you guys.
You can't do the hot mic this time. Hot ones?
Oh, well, hot ones. Yeah, no, it's so funny because we normally I mean, Carol's an avid listener of ours. We always throw the mic to our guests to tell us where we could I guess you know what? Carol, thank you again so much for coming on and talking with us. Honestly, I've said it like 6 times, but your flexibility really is honestly amazing. Before we end today's episode, we would like to pass the mic over to you. Let the people know what you got going on in your life and where we can find you.
I am on all the socials, right? Dominantly Instagram and some threads, some TikTok sometimes. There's a Facebook page somewhere out there. I have a debut series coming out. The first book is going to hit in the mid in the middle of October, and it's a 3-book series. It's young adult romance, and it's gonna hopefully break your heart, but not as bad as JV. I kind of tell people what I wanted growing up. I always wanted to be spicy Judy Bloom. So I mean, there's some spice, but it's not earth shattering. It's more sweet, sweet and spicy,
Nice.
like I like my
Don't
food.
undersell yourself. It's gonna be an amazing story, folks.
Hope it is. I mean, I am in love with these characters. What's really weird is that the title is named after the female character, and I've really through writing these stories, I have found that it's his story, not hers, and so that's very interesting to me. But I'm in love with him, and I just am so glad that she is too. So yeah,
It's nice when the MMCs get loved well. I feel
Mhm.
the same for Ronan. I'm
yeah.
glad he has cat.
Yep. And speaking of love, because you know I'm the biggest Swiftie on the planet, congratulations to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce on their
Congratulations
engagement
to
today.
Travis Swift.
Travis Swift and Taylor Kelce.
That's right.
That was
I'm
the
so
news
excited for them.
today.
We
Fine.
need something like that right now. That wedding.
We do, and
We
I
need it.
love that she is so comfortable to be so public about it. So scream it from the rooftops. I don't care. I won't complain about it.
Congratulations.
On that note, I just need you guys to know that I stopped at 13 physical copies of books that I bought at the book signing because 13's a good number. It's a Taylor
13
Swift.
is a great number.
13's a great number. I'm wearing my book lovers friendship bracelet that Carol gave to me, which I didn't think was gonna fit 'cause I got some big wrists. I don't know, weird,
Your
but
your
it fits
frisk.
perfectly. So
Oh, good.
my wrists. Okay, we need to get off.
Ba-dum-bum.
we,
You said it.
we need to sign
All
off so that I can edit this.
right, love
Thanks,
you people.
guys. I love you all.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.